The good news is you can do this. And I'm going to encourage you, whatever you've been through, my prayers are with you, my thoughts are with you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rolla, clinical psychologist, and today I'm continuing my self-disclosure series on my life after divorce. This is episode 10. The title of this video and the tool I'm going to share with you today is Breadwinner Dollars. Breadwinner Dollars. Before I continue to talk about this tool, I would love you to subscribe, press the notification bell so that you have immediate access to my videos. I also want greater visibility on YouTube, and when you subscribe, you enable me to do that. And thank you so much in advance for doing that. I also would love you to follow me on social media at Ask Dr. Rolla, AskDrRolla. So let me talk to you about Breadwinner Dollars. It's been 14 years since I've been divorced. And I've gone through a journey of emotional healing and recovery that has been life-transforming and has elevated me in many ways in areas I was not elevated when I was married. That is not to say that I'm happy that I'm divorced, but the Lord, with His wisdom that He has given me and faith, enabled me to utilize the tools that I'm sharing with you today to move higher. I became resilient, I became much more knowledgeable, and I became much more savvy. And I'm saying this because as I talk to you about breadwinner dollars, that is the mindset that has shifted in my role as a primary provider in my family. When my divorce happened and I was starting to file my taxes on my own, the IRS wanted proof that my filing status was rightly head of household. I provided proof of my divorce, and I showed them that I have 2 dependents, and the IRS granted me the head of household status. And as I completed that information, it hit me. Oh my goodness. I am truly the primary provider in this home. And I started to feel a little bit resentful. But then I realized quickly that being resentful is not going to help me. I need to approach the status of being a breadwinner with a sense of honor and respect. Respect for the numbers. The numbers don't lie. The numbers do not have emotions. This really helped me to distract from the emotional pain from my divorce. The numbers are telling me what needs to happen, not my emotional attachment to my 4,000 square feet home, not my emotional attachment to the other homes I purchased. By the time my divorce happened, I purchased 3 homes and I was under the age of 40. I was doing pretty well with my ex-spouse, but there's no time for emotional attachment. What are the numbers saying? Because when it's all said and done, I have a responsibility as a head of household to monitor my money, to maximize the use of it, and to take care of my family. And as I embraced that responsibility humbly, even though it felt unsettling that I had to do that, I also had applied faith and said, God, I did not plan to be a head of household. I did not plan to be divorced, but anoint me as a head of household. Give me money, show me how to manage what I have, and open doors for me to make money making easier for me. So no emotional stuff because it's about the numbers. I had to look at the data. The next thing about breadwinner dollars, in terms of how I saw myself and helped me to cope emotionally, is that I've always had this, but I paid more attention to this, is I paid a lot of attention to the value that I gave to my employer. If you hire me to work for you, I'm giving you my best. If you hire me as a contractor, which on many occasions I've been an independent contractor, self-employed, I'm giving you my best. I am not going to allow the emotional pain of divorce to distract me from showing my value as an employee, as a self-employed person, and as a boss. That also distracts me from the emotional pain of divorce, because I may not be happy about how I was treated in my marriage, but I can establish healthy relationships in the marketplace so that anyone who hired me will never regret that I was hired by them. And when I moved on, they knew they lost a good worker or a good contractor. I went into work even though it was not comfortable, and I did my job. On the day it was clear that my divorce was formalized in terms of, the proceeding was formalized, the day I actually got my divorce papers served, I had known before, but that was the day, the reality sets in. I went to work and I saw 23 patients in the jail, in the prison. That is my job. I have a responsibility, and it doesn't minimize my pain, but I got to take care of my family. And I'm not going to let anyone, whatever I feel about them, distract me from taking care of my children and myself. That helped me to compartmentalize and to focus on the issue at the time. Keep the pain at bay so that I can have a sense of enjoyment in what I do. The other thing that was important to me in terms of breadwinner status is to also look at the money that I'm making and make sure that I'm milking every cent of it and using it well. Don't get emotional about things like, when I was married, we lived in a 4,000 square feet home. Now this house is smaller. What matters in that moment is that I have a clean, safe neighborhood I live in and a nice roof over my head, which I did have, thank God. But I did not focus on the aesthetics as much. The frills, they don't matter. What matters is I have transportation. It doesn't matter whether my car is brand new or not, as long as it's a great working condition. My house is clean, good, in a safe place where my kids can go to good schools, and I feel good about it. I cut through all the frills. If you're getting married and you want me to choose an outfit and I can't afford it, I'm going to tell you, sweetheart, I can't afford it, with no apology. And I tell people I'm a single mom. I can't afford it. They look at me. I'm not going to lie about it. I have other things I need to spend money on. And nowadays I tell people I can afford a lot more. But then when I couldn't, no apologies. When it involved my children and I could not afford something, I talked to them about it. And they handled it incredibly well. We didn't deal with guilt. And nowadays when I do things for them, they're like, Mom, I can't even believe that you're able to do this. But when it mattered even till now, it still matters. I look at my money and I make sure my money is working for me. This has to do with my role as a breadwinner, being disciplined, focusing on what matters. When we do frills, we're focusing on what it looks like. When we focus on the essentials, we're dealing with the foundational stuff. The foundational stuff is for my kids to go to school, good schools, to have clean clothes, for us to take care of ourselves. All the other stuff is extra. I have found out that as focused on the foundational stuff over the years, now it's different. I now have 2 adult children that are fully financially independent of me, gainfully employed and can pay their own bills, 23 and 28. We focused on what was foundational and we cut out the frills. And for that reason, we kept moving. Let me go over my other points about breadwinner status. I pay close attention to people who are knowledgeable about money. When my mortgage was closed, my mortgage application was declined the first time. I asked the mortgage person, his name is Chuck, I remember him very well. I said, tell me the things on my credit that need to be corrected and what I need to do. He told me the ideal credit score, and he showed me some items on my credit report. I printed it out from the email, put it on my wall, step by step, attacking everything. by the time I was applying the second time, it was easy. And I remember Chuck saying to me, Rolla, I'm giving you a standing ovation over the phone because I never thought you will do it. I look at the information in front of me. I ask questions from people who know a lot more about me. And that has been a tremendous growth opportunity for me. I have somebody who is a professional like myself in the mental health field, very knowledgeable about money, has saved money for many years. Not these quick schemes or Ponzi schemes going on. Somebody sharing with me how they saved money over a period of time and how it worked for them, so that I understand the process, not just a get rich quick scheme. So that person has really done an excellent job of encouraging me to invest money regularly as a self-employed person. And I've also gone ahead to take a class on how to file taxes with the IRS. I don't file my own taxes. I get an accountant to do it. But I wanted to understand how it works. So I took the class for those who file for other people. And I have the booklet. And I went through that for a week. So that as a self-employed person and somebody who wants to understand money, how does the IRS operate? What are the deductions? How can I maximize my income as somebody who is self-employed? Do you see how the divorce that caused emotional pain is being turned around to become a learning and a growth opportunity for me? And as I began to gain information and learn more and follow through with those who know more about money than I do, I became more confident. And that helped me as well to cope with emotional pain. My self-esteem improved. And I began to embrace even more the power of being a head of household. The head of household means I need to be responsible to my family, but the fact that I'm the only one making the decision does not mean that I should be careless or do what I like. It's been very, very empowering for me. The breadwinner status for me started out being a process of feeling resentful. But as you can see, I enjoy talking about money. And it's been a joy. And then the very last thing that I'm so excited about, and I won't say everybody should do this, is the confidence that I gained from being a breadwinner helped me to negotiate like a boss and negotiate with confidence. I make money. I only have a limited supply of it. I must use it well to the last cent. I negotiated with financial aid offices when my daughters, both of them attended Yale University. They graduated debt-free. When I went to buy my cars, I negotiated. And I got prices below the sticker price. So much that I remember when I bought one of my cars, the salesman said, you actually are paying less than what the government values your car to be. That's how far I'm willing to go when it comes to negotiating. I am working my money. As I negotiate too, I speak confidently about my journey. I don't have to tell people, oh, I was hurt, I'm no longer married for 14 years, but I tell them I'm a single mom. I actually tell them I've been divorced a while and I've had I had a challenging time managing my money. So now that I'm getting better, I want a deal out of this. I want a deal out of that. When my cars are repaired at the dealers, I get my deals. What I found is that in the financial world and in the marketplace, I began to build healthy and positive relationships in the workplace, in the financial places, because that is what I need to be solid as a primary provider. And now that my children are no longer depending on me financially, those principles have continued. The journey of healing from divorce has been an incredible eye-opener for me. And I want to encourage you that no matter what you go through, you can heal. It's not going to be an easy journey, but you can do it. You're going to need to intentionally apply some tools. You're going to apply faith. For me, I believe in faith in God. So obviously I apply that faith. If you don't believe in faith in God, you still have some faith that God has given you yourself, whether you believe there's God or not. But go for it. Don't give up. When I started this journey as a breadwinner, I did not understand what it meant, and I did not think I'll be where I am today. But I'm in a good place. Without me sharing the financial details, I am in a good place. And I'm so grateful that you've given me the opportunity to share this journey with you. It's very humbling, and I'm sharing it so that you can be encouraged. So please subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.